Today we make one of the best bread you can ever make at home, you can ever taste, or you can ever see. It is coconut broccoli bread. I am Platinumdiner. Let's get started. Here I have my flour and some yeast. I am adding the yeast right now. Next I'll be adding some sugar and next some coconut milk. I love coconut milk so much. Here I have some salt. With the help of a hand mix, I am going to whisk all ingredients together to get all my ingredients well incorporated, as you can see me do right now. After this mix, I add some eggs. Guys, this is a fresh egg. Just one is enough for this. I break it into the flour mix and mix it again with the hand mixer or the hand whisk. I whisk everything and get all my ingredients rightly incorporated. Next, we have some water. I'll be adding 1 cup of water first. Mix it together again. This is so I don't over mix with water. I add a little more water, and with the help of my hands, clean hands guys, please be sure to wash your hands before you do any of this guys. I mix and knead this flour to a perfect dough. Why I love to use my hands is because I'm able to tell if I need more water or if the water is so much. So my hands are able to help me get that feel. If I need more water, I'll add. I did add some water right now. I knead and I keep kneading till I get something perfect. I'm kneading right now and I'll be adding a little more water. I feel I need to add more water. Yes, I add a little more water. As you can see, I keep kneading this dough till I get the perfect dough. Guys, remember to use your clean hands. Wash your hands before you start working with your hands. So next I'll be adding some butter. This butter is quite cold. I mean, it's not so tender or mushy, but I need to just knead it together with the flour and get everything incorporated. And I have it right now. You can see the dough isn't tearing easily, so it's just right. I have it all ready, so I set it for the first rise. You can see my hands free of dough. I cover it with the cling film and also use a towel to cover it and set it for the first rise. Here I have my broccoli. Remember, we're making coconut broccoli bread. I take off the broccoli off the stems to just separate them because I'll be needing this for the bread. Guys, broccoli is a healthy vegetable. It's lovely, the color is nice. It also tastes like vegetables, you know, and it looks good. With that process done, I get my pan ready. This is the baking pan and I'm lining it with some baking paper. I'll be touching it up with some oil just to get that baking paper to stick on the pan. Guys, this is what I have at this moment. So back to our dough. Let's check out what our dough is like after about 1 hour. Guys, you can see it has risen and it's doubled in size. Next, we have to, get it ready to bake as our bread. Meanwhile, I know you ask me what I do with the dough. How do I discard the dough or do I trash the cling film? No guys, I take off the dough off the cling film and knead it with the rest of the dough in the bowl. You can see that, right? I so touch some flour in my hands and then get this size of dough. Guys, you can see the size of dough I'm holding, right? I fold it, just give it a nice fold and then get 1 broccoli, just 1 broccoli, like you saw us divide the broccoli earlier. I get 1 broccoli and I just get it a bit stuck on the dough. I just try to get it stuck on this dough, as you can see guys. Next, I get another dough of same size. Here, if you want to make sure your dough is of same size or uniform, you have to measure with a scale, but here I'm just using my God-given knowledge to just weigh it and I press it all together, as you can see me do, and that's just it. Next, I put it into the baking pan. I really love this because it looks like a plant, like I'm planting a real life, plant. with the soil and everything and placing in a planter. So I'm repeating the process I did the first time. I got 2 doughs as you saw, and I placed some broccoli in between them, and I firmly attached them together by pressing them together to make them stick properly, and I placed it into the baking pan. In case you missed the first and the second time, here is another chance to find out what I did. I pinned both dough together, 2 doughs and broccoli right in the middle, and afterwards I placed in the baking pan just like I did the first time, the second time, the third time. And here is another chance to see what I did again. 2 doughs, broccoli in the middle, press firmly to get the 2 doughs stuck together. This is just what it is. This is easy to make. Anybody can do this. You can also do this. Right now our broccoli dough is so ready and it looks lovely in the pan, but then you can find out that there are spaces. Even though it looks beautiful, but there are spaces. So next we fill up with some broccoli. We fill up those spaces with some broccoli, and in case of any holes, like next I can see holes, I touch up with little doughs and just fix up to cover up the doughs or the holes in the pan. So the bread is full, there are no spaces. I cover it and allow it to rise the second time. This time around we'll be allowing it to rise for 1 hour. Guys, the rest of the dough, I just have it here. We can't waste it. We have to bake everything. So I have this dough and I just stick broccoli right in the middle, cover it up by pressing firmly. And this is what we have. After about 1 hour, we check on our dough, and this is it in our pan, all doubled up, full and beautiful. So we'll be baking for about 35 minutes. Broccoli has water inside, so we'll make sure we bake thoroughly so our bread is not soggy. Yes, after about 35 minutes, guys, this is what we have. Our coconut broccoli bread is ready. I take it off the pan. It's important to take your bread off the pan so the water just evaporates. If you don't allow it to do that, the bread will be soggy because it will have water retained. Our bread looks so lovely, guys. This coconut broccoli bread smells amazing. Guys, you need to try this recipe, and please like this video, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, and also share this video. Next, I just moisturize the bread with some melted butter. This will finish off the perfect texture and taste. Let's cut it to find out what the insides look like. The inside is so important, guys. Wow, guys, it looks lovely. It looks very lovely and tasty. I can see it. So lovely. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to my channel and always stay tuned for more content.